fluorescent lights in the server room flickered twice before giving out completely. Darkness swallowed the space, and then I heard her voice slice through the hall, soft, calm, unyielding. "You have until the end of business to clear your desk." I pressed against the doorframe, toolkit in hand, as a man in an expensive suit stormed past, face red, jaw tight enough to hear the grind of his teeth. He didn't notice me. Most people don't. Must be the contractor. I turned, and there she was, backlit by the emergency exit sign, a silhouette with sharp edges. When she stepped into the dim glow of the battery backup lights, green eyes, sleepless and sharp, met mine. "Yeah, I managed. Server rooms through there. Try not to trip," she said, passing by. "And don't ask me for a deadline. I stopped believing in those 6 months ago." Avery Harlow, CEO of Harlow and Associates. Built her company at 26, doubled revenue in 3 years. Brilliant and impossible. But she looked like she was holding herself together with coffee and sheer willpower. The server room was chaos incarnate. Cables hung from ceiling tiles like entrails. Monitors displayed panic in digital form, and someone had put post-it notes with smiley faces over error messages. 5 different routers, none communicating with each other. I sank to the floor. Avery returned, holding 2 paper cups. "Coffee. It's terrible but hot," she said, handing me one. She was right on both counts. "How honest?" I asked. Brutally. "This isn't a 3-week job. Not even 3 months," she said. "Someone built this system to fail." "How long?" 6 months, maybe 8, if we're lucky. And if I don't discover something worse buried deeper. Most executives would have panicked. Avery just nodded once. "Then we have 8 months. I blinked. That was it. No argument. She pulled out her phone. "What do you need for people to stop fixing things themselves? Half of this mess looks like unplugged equipment in frustration." "Done. I'll send a company-wide email." "Anything else?" she asked. "Don't lie about budgets or deadlines. I can't fix what I don't know." Her jaw tightened. "I don't lie." "Good. Neither do I, especially when the truth costs you." 3 hours later, I found the first real problem. Someone had configured the firewall backwards. Every security rule intended to keep threats out was inviting them in. Not accidental. My hands went cold. Logs, timestamps, authentication records. I checked everything twice. When Avery came back around 7, the office mostly empty, I told her the truth. "You've been completely exposed for at least 9 months. Anyone with basic penetration tools could have walked into your customer database." Her hands pressed against the desk, slightly trembling. "Can you fix it before we tell them?" "That's not how this works." "I know how it works," she said, sharp now. "I'm asking if you can fix it," she said. "I'm telling you that's the wrong question." For a moment, something cracked in her composure. "I've spent 4 years building this company. If we report this breach now, the board will force me out. Preston wins. She stopped, breathed, then nodded. Forget it. You're right. We report it. I should have left it there. But something about the way she said Preston's name made me ask. Show me his access logs. 20 minutes later, tracing through them while she paced silently behind me, I found it. Every backwards firewall rule, implemented from his admin account. And he'd been logging in remotely, even after being fired. Her face went pale. Impossible, she whispered. He created a backdoor account, I said. System min 02, hidden among the legit accounts. Her perfume, clean, expensive, contrasted the chaos around us. Can you prove this to the board? She asked. Maybe, but we still report the breach. I need a day to gather evidence, to show it wasn't my incompetence. One day, then we report everything. Thank you. Don't thank me. I'm still not sure it's the right call. We worked through the night in near silence, comfortable in shared purpose. At 2 a.m., she ordered pizza. We ate on the server room floor, backs against the wall. Why it? She asked. Why not? Systems make sense if built right. People don't. People lie, quit, make mistakes. Systems don't betray if you design them properly. That sounds lonely. Practical, I said, not mutually exclusive. I really looked at her then. Dark circles under her eyes, hair loose from the clip, sauce on her chin. Still the most put-together person I'd ever met. What about you? I asked. Why build this company? To prove I could, she said. Dad said I'd fail in a year. No MBA, no connections, just stubbornness and an idea. I proved him wrong. But proving a point isn't the same as knowing what you're doing. She admitted hearing the wrong people, trusting Preston, making bad calls. Why trust him? I asked. He made me feel competent while handling problems I didn't want to see. The details were his theft, she said, tossing pizza boxes into the trash a little too hard. You're smart enough to fire him when it felt wrong. I fired him because of an anonymous tip, not because I figured it out myself. Do you know what that feels like? Sounds like he was good at hiding it, she admitted. You deserve to be here, I said again. You stayed late, took responsibility, brought me coffee. I know enough. Her expression shifted. Surprise. Something else. A pulse of emotion. Then she whispered, I should let you work. Not until you finish that sentence, I said. She laughed brokenly. We didn't plan the next part. 1 second we were laughing, the next I leaned in. Her eyes widened, then melted into me. Pins scattered, coffee and desperation on her lips, something else I wanted more of. This is a mistake, she whispered. Definitely, I said. And then we kissed again, deeper, closer, all pretense gone. Morning came. I woke tangled in sheets. Avery was awake, laptop open, wearing my shirt. We need to talk, she said. About last night. I shouldn't have let it happen. You did. And yes, it was a mistake, I said. It's about optics. About keeping myself safe while fixing everything she explained. I'm not a distraction, I said. She pressed her face to her palms. I can't stop thinking about all the ways it could fall apart. Then don't stop. Just slow down. Stopping is quitting. Slowing down is surviving, I said. Her gaze lifted. I don't know how to let someone stay. Then learn with me, I whispered. Her face pressed to my chest. Quiet tears. I'm so tired. You don't have to do it alone. I'm scared. If it gets too hard, I need you to tell me before you leave. I'm not leaving, I promised, cupping her face. She nodded. Okay, okay. I kissed her forehead. Now back to bed. She laughed, genuinely. You're terrible. Yes, but I'm staying, I said. Weeks blurred, audits, delays, crises. But we rebuilt the company, our lives slowly stitching together. Pizza on the server room floor, cups of terrible coffee, shared laughter. 2 years later, the server room was orderly, ventilated, functional. I guided my team through network issues. Text from Avery. Board meeting running late. Might miss dinner. No problem, I replied. The board meeting ended with Preston facing criminal charges and Robert Thorne removed. Avery stood at the head, composed. Margaret thanked me for the evidence, offered me a permanent head of IT position. Professionally, personally, both, Avery whispered. Then we stay, I said. Months later, we built a home together, filled it with life, love, clutter, and laughter. Work was demanding, but manageable. Systems rebuilt, company thriving, and we learned how to live together flawed, exhausted, happy. I pulled Avery close on our balcony one evening. You matter. You belong. You're worth staying for. I love you, I said. I love you too, she whispered. And in that city skyline, lights flickering around us, we finally stopped running. We were home.